into the mix.
So good. Love
it
it.
really is. All right.
Wow.
Okay, I think we're ready to go live, everybody. Hello, welcome to the 8th episode of Torchbearer, the Sunless Citadel. Apologize for getting a late start today. Twitch was having some issues with their ingest servers, but that seems to have been taken care of, and now we're working and we are live. So how's it going? I'm Eric. I'm the Game Master for this game. Game Masters in Torchbearer are pretty interesting. This is more like your standard old school kind of adversarial referee kind of position. Responsible for bringing the Sunless Citadel to life, responsible for introducing twists and challenges that really poke and prod at our players' beliefs. Player characters' beliefs, not players' beliefs. So anyways, that's my goal, that's my agenda here, and that's what I'm doing, that's who I am. I'm Eric Volgaris on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. I do a lot of streaming stuff, and I just started a podcast called Once Upon a Cast, so check that out if you like Stars Without Number, like sci-fi stuff. So I'm really proud of it. So anyways, let's just go around the horn here. Let's start with Marindel. Arendelle.
Hi, I'm Marindel, and or the Marindel, and I play Arendelle, an elf ranger. I teach English, but not in game. Sorry. No, I play Arendelle, who is a ranger, and he's the optimistic person within the group, and he's ready to take on whatever our beloved Game Masters is going to throw at us tonight.
Woo! Awesome. Yes. Cool. Super happy to have you. As always. Sure. Alain.
Hi, I'm Alain, Jaxis Alain, Jaxis 1985. I will be playing Gilly. What's his last name? He has a last name. Gilly Darkstalker, the halfling burglar. Gilly was doing really well until he wasn't doing really well, and he's now facing a bit of a depression. We'll see how that works out.
Yeah, we seem to be suffering for a little bit of a rough patch, but we'll get through it. Hopefully, or die trying, right? Get Rich or Die Trying is your album name. So
Who cares anyway, right?
Get rich or who cares anyway? That doesn't sound like a good one.
yeah, cool. Paulo.
Okay, hi everyone, I'm Barona Gamer, to be found on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube as Barona Gamer, and today I'm playing Deckard, the film noir dwarven adventurer who's seen better days recently, and he's feeling sick, he's feeling down, he's feeling homicidal. I don't know. We'll see.
We are teetering on the brink, aren't we? Yeah. And last but not least, Alex.
Thanks, Eric. Yes, I am Alex Blue, better known as fake_Alex_Blue. Found in all the dark places, Twitch and Twitter and Discord, and come say hi. I am playing, my character is Bryce Lastlight, who is a sap-soaked cleric of the perennial Church of the World Tree. Right now, he's kind of in a bad way. He may be full of the zeal of battle and the courage of his convictions, but he hasn't had a decent bit of sleep in forever, and he's bleeding from a wound in his stomach. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see. As we saw last week, after fighting. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, let's just jump in and do the prologue. How about that? We'll see all that kind of stuff. So, who's doing the prologue this week?
I think it's me.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're just joining us and you never played Torchbearer before, prologues are in like an actual mechanical part of the game where at the start of an upcoming session, if you haven't done the last one, you can recall like the previously on Torchbearer kind of thing, and you can actually recover a bit of this game's hit points, essentially. You could recover a condition or recover some of your spent nature, which is important. Another resource in this game that we'll talk about later.
So the only thing I'm having a bit of trouble with is remembering where we actually started last time.
I think we started right after we killed those two wardens and the plants.
So last time on Torchbearer, our group of adventurers fought a couple of skeletons and some weird sapling tree walking creatures.
Yeah.
Critters. on a giant compost heap, which is not weird at all. They defeated those creatures, but were severely injured, exhausted, and really not doing well. I think we all managed to camp and try and get rid of some of those conditions. And for the most part, I think Arundel did really well, and he recovered of all of his conditions. Kreis, however, after trying to heal Deckard, which I think was a success, failed in recovering from his own injuries. And unfortunately, he is now teetering on the brink, I fear. Gilly himself is very exhausted from fighting and from realizing that whatever he does doesn't matter anyway. And Deckard is going slightly crazy. So crazy, in fact, that he decided that it was a good idea to dig down into a giant heap of compost containing all sorts of stuff that we're not really sure what it was. He found something, a elven cloak, that he didn't want to give to the elf, so he gave it to the halfling. And he got sick, because apparently digging through heaps and heaps of shit makes you sick. Who could have guessed? After all that sort of nonsense, we decided to press on and find our adversary, basically, and find the group of adventurers we are looking for, and find the, I think, Deckard's nemesis, and also Grice's nemesis, but they're not the same people. They're different people. And Arundel started to look for tracks that led to one of the exits in this room, led to a closed door. Deckard, being a smart dwarf, decided this time it'd be a good idea to actually check whether or not there would be an ambush, instead of just moving right on in. Turns out there was an ambush. A couple of goblins who had their bows and arrows at the ready, and trying to impale us with their arrows. And upon which we, brave adventurers we are, decided that'd be a brilliant idea to just charge them and kill them all. Against all odds, considering the injuries, sickness, exhaustion we had, we absolutely massacred them all.
It was awesome. Highly recommend you guys watch the last parts of episode 7. That was such a good episode, everybody.
It was.
That was literally like, it reminded me of the ride of the Rohirrim in the third one in the Return of the King, when you guys were literally just like, no, this is death, let's do it. Let's go out and this will be, let's really give them a what for, and you did. Then they had the fucking, like, they tried to feint against you guys, and they just got completely stunned as you guys just walloped them. It was awesome. It
really was that Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid moment at the end, right?
God,
also
known as you guys won.
How to wipe the floor with your GM.
Yeah, you guys fucking crushed me.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, so I just recovered from exhausted, which means Gilly is fine physically.
Yeah.
Physically.
Logically, not so much.
Yeah.
Wait, you recovered in what condition? Exhausted?
Exhausted, yeah.
You weren't hungry and thirsty?
Nope.
Nice. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Thank you. And with that, we're ready to begin.
Beliefs, goals, and instincts?
Oh yeah. Well, we reviewed that a little bit beforehand. So was there anything we wanted to finalize here? Like we should let the audience know.
We should announce it, right?
Yeah. Let's announce it to everybody what they are. So let's go around in reverse order again. So Alex, how about you start?
All right. Grice's belief is one may be fearless and focused, but only by working together do we become formidable. His goal, which has changed since last session, is should the worst happen, I have trusted the heathen Gilly to carry the child back to Heartwood, but by the blessings of the World Tree, I shall not perish here. I must restore myself to full health. And his instinct is blight, injury, and ague are sacrilegious to the World Tree. I will treat all sickness and heal all wounds, that these heathens may see the power of the divine.
That's good.
Such a cheerful fellow.
Yeah. Deckard?
Very sportive.
Speaking of cheerful fellows.
Deckard's had a little bit of a rough time recently, so his belief as well changed, and it is now this citadel will be my tomb, but not before I bury my enemies in here with me. I will push through at all cost and strike down any that stand before me. So that's
Arr.
his goal for today is the rush of battle silences the doubts rising up. I must drown them in blood. Today another will die by my hand. And his instinct, kindly enough, my companions lack the strength to see this through. When they struggle with their task, I will celebrate the glory of our coming demise by throwing my body into the mix.
Holy crap!
I know. Oh god, you psycho. Okay. Of course.
So well.
All right. Let's go with Martin.
Arendel's belief, let's rescue those adventurers, or at least get the rings. Hey, we made it this far. Time for some optimism. We can do this, guys. Goal. We need to work together, though, if we are to venture forth. Low morale can mean death to our mission. It's like a disease, so Gilly must be shown he's an invaluable part of our group. His instinct, I changed his instinct. Whenever we're not sure where to go, I will take the initiative to look for tracks to help us on our way.
Nice.
Okay, cool. You always look for tracks. Nice. Okay. So I think that's everybody then.
Yeah, Gilly needs to.
Gilly.
Gilly's belief is that apparently some tasks are too daunting for a useless halfling like myself. What's the point in taking the lead or volunteering, right? His goal is, this task is going to fail anyway, our original goal does not matter. Grice has asked me to carry the child back to its roots, so I will make sure Grice lives through this all to carry out this task himself, though. And his instinct is, when making camp, make sure my friends are fed properly so we can all get out of this alive.
God damn, dude. I'm here to play Torchbearer, not to feel. Alright.
Is that the cure I'm hearing in the background? Just
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
This is the result of your actions, Eric. This is the result of what you did to him.
You broke me, Eric.
Now you have my permission to die. Alright. Yeah. Alright, so you guys are hanging out in that little like dungeon room with that dungeon hallway where you can slaughter the goblins. There's like 6 or so different alcoves here. You guys have been kind of looking around through them. They're mostly just like full of like matted places where goblins can sleep. Not that much to really like pillage, and you guys kind of already like looked over and looked for supplies here. There is one in the back in one of the rooms in the back corner. There's a door leading out somewhere. It's closed. You haven't opened it or anything like that, but that seems to be the only logical exit in this sort of like cluster of rooms, other than the way you came in back to the compost room with some other rooms. Remember some other doors in that compost room. That's about it.
For my view, then, do you include these 6 alcoves? As in, when we search everything, we include the 6?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So, remind me, did someone pick up? Because I know Grice found some healing supplies, like mortar and pestle, stuff like that. Is someone carrying them? I know that my backpack is ripped, and I think
I can carry them for you, Grice.
Cool. So it's healer supplies. It should take 1 slot.
Yeah, like to give you guys some more like flavor or color of like what's around in these different rooms. Like you went to one room, and remember how this place has kind of like, it's kind of dirty. It's full. It has a little bit of like dirt and compost in it already. But like in one of the side rooms, there was like a crude goblin like brewery station. You know, like a strainer and like a cask and that kind of stuff, and like a masher kind of facility for like some kind of like, you know, mushroom brew or something like that. You know, and like somewhere else is like a washer and dryer kind of station where, like, you know, for washing clothes and stuff. Another place is like a bed chamber. Anyways. Yeah, that was it.
Okay. I guess, I mean, if we've gathered all we need in this area, we move on. Or
Wait,
pray that
is
way.
there?
Not intending to make any roll whatsoever by suggesting this, but what would one need to roll if one would want to look at a lamella woven elven cloak and see what it does?
Oh, I think it's Scholar. To look up magical properties of something, I think that's a Scholar test, and it should be relatively easy.
All right.
That's a good question. I mean, what to do? I'm sorry. I think it might be Lore Master.
Right.
Well,
I mean,
there
Gilly's
wasn't-
used to that anyway, so whatever.
Let me see real quick. Yeah, I don't think it's Scholar. I think it's more likely Lore Master, or maybe even Arcanist.
I remember reading this last week, but I can't remember. Sorry.
I think Gilly walks up to Grice, and I think Grice, you look terrible, right?
Yeah, Grice.
Yeah.
Grice looks. I mean, like he's cooled down. Like after the fight, he was full of adrenaline and he like was G'd up during the fight. But now that like things have settled a little bit and we've gathered ourselves, yeah, he's looking pale. His hair is matted to his face. He's sweatier than usual, and he looks like a bulldog chewing a wasp. Like he's really
During a what?
a bulldog chewing a wasp.
Oh, chewing a what?
Yeah, like not looking
good.
happy
Yeah.
at all. He's injured.
Yeah.
All right, so I think Gilly walks up to you and says, Grice, I know maybe it doesn't help, but Deckard found this, right? And he pull out the cloak. Like, I have no idea what this is. Deckard doesn't know, and Arundel, I'm not sure if he even knows what it is, but maybe you know what it is, and maybe it can help you out. Maybe it has some healing properties, or I don't know. Do you wanna have a look? Do you want to just wear it and see what it does?
I'm not. No, my not to wear cloaks. It's part of the perennial Church of the World Tree. You've never seen us wearing a cloak. It's not our way. We wear ritual robes.
We're not even close to the perennial Church of the World Tree or the World Tree in general. Who cares? You're dying, right? Die.
Gilly, ye of little faith.
Well, faith
Little
doesn't really
stature.
do anything, does it?
Trees everywhere. I carry this around my neck as a symbol of that.
Well, wouldn't the tree want you to survive so you can take that back to where it belongs?
It's a matter of principle. I'll look at it if that's what you want. I know a bit about garments and
I don't want you to die. That's what I want. I want you to. I don't know. Oh, forget about it. And just stuffs the thing back into his backpack. He's like,
Okay. So I just looked up the magical items part about like what they are and how to. There's no roll to determine what they are.
But like if you want to roll for something, then it looks like Lore Master is the best one out of the three that you mentioned.
yeah. Well, it's too late now anyway. Gilly's angry. He's stubborn.
Gone. Never mind.
it's the rules. Like I'm zealous. I can't. Yeah.
I know.
But like without a roll, I mean, like it's lamellar weave. It's very dull gray. That seems to like.
Last time we said it's kind of like those cloaks in the Hobbit cloaks, right? In Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but it's like it's that sort of like durable felty kind of material, like that durable weave, but it's like this like duller green gray that seems to like be able to shift its color, like depending on how you hold it. It's like a weird kind of like camouflagey material.
How big is it as a cloak? Like, is it?
It's
elf or human?
It's for an elf. It's you can tell by like it doesn't have like the leaf brooch or anything like that to clasp it together, but you can tell by like the inscriptions around. It's got like elven markings in it.
Got some dead elf's name and felt tip on the back.
Yeah, like in the inside. What do you call it? The tag, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Popping elven tags.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely has an elf's name in it.
What's the name?
Oh boy.
Oh, do you read Elvish?
Yeah. Do you read Elvish?
What, me?
Well, I know Arendelle
fuck.
does.
We haven't it. I know.
Yeah, but Arendelle is the only one who hasn't actually seen it or anything.
I mean, I feel like it would be weird for Arendelle to not know what this is conceptually, but like, how?
Yeah, but if
like,
they don't show it to me, so
Yeah.
I won't know. So
Yeah, they've,
Well-
they've systematically kept it away from him.
well, like
Yeah, you
Elven,
can
yeah, like.
Boys.
I mean, I'm gonna let Arendelle know this, and whether or not he wants to bring it up or not to everybody else, that's fine. But it's an elven cloak, obviously, so it's like a cloak of elven kind. Mechanically, it gives you a bonus to scout tests or elven nature or halfling natures of hiding and sneaking. But more importantly, like the lore behind it is that this was a common thing given to good rangers. There's an elven ranger group called the Grey Mantles. They're kind of like responsible for protecting the realm and that kind of stuff of like, elven lands. It's basically the elven ranger special forces type stuff. And this is a cloak that they would have. So you would know, I think you would know that because you do hail from elf lands. So
Yeah.
I'm willing to give you that without a roll, and whether or not you want to share that with people or be like, I'll let you.
well, if at some point they show it to me, maybe.
So I think after this conversation, Gilly's stuffed the cloak back in his backpack, right? And I think Grice turns to him and says, "Gilly, I'm sorry. I'm a little bit. I didn't mean to be so harsh. Things are not as easy as they were when we started this. You know that.
Things have never been easy.
You're not wrong."
Look, is there something that we can do to help you guys? Because I feel like you're the only one who actually knows how to cure stuff, right? We three here are just idiots when it comes to that. But can we do something? Can we help you? How?
I'll be fine. I need some time to rest is all.
Well then,
Here, look. You know about food and drink. What is this? What are they brewing here? And Grice turns and points at the sort of brewing apparatus.
yeah. All right, I'll take a look at it. What is it? What does it all mean, Eric?
Sure. Okay, so you're gonna look at the brewery kit.
Yeah.
All right, so the brewery kit, it looks like they're making some kind of like, you would probably, I'm not sure if you would know it or not, but there's some kind of like potato-like thing that grows underground. And it seems to be like there might be some like.
I have needs a little salt-wise, so arguably I know a lot about food and drinks.
Yeah, this is some kind of like underground potato or like a squash, and they
Right.
seem to be making a liqueur out of it. They basically mash it and strain it into this cask and let it ferment.
Yes. Would I know whether or not it'd be toxic for non-goblins?
No, because you're not. I would say it's a potent potable. That's all you know.
All right. But this is just some goblin hooch, Grice.
Yeah.
It's just terrible. Let's forget about it. It's not going to help.
Maybe we can
Might
use it
help.
as
Affecting your wounds, though. I don't know.
I was gonna say, like, medicinally.
Seriously, I don't know.
Or to overcome, like, fear?
Yeah, but you could get sick in the process.
Well,
Plenty of men I've seen made run brave, but my courage, my conviction does not falter.
I have an idea. I have a plan. Would Molotov cocktails be a thing? Like, I have a tinderbox. We have bottles. We have this, and I have a spare cloak in my backpack.
So I'm going to stop you right there. Because, yes, I think it would be a thing, but then again, so are complications to failing
The
rolls.
twist would be horrendous. No.
I was just thinking, just out of game as well. I think Jixus has had enough of people setting things on fire all the time.
I'm just at it with this. I mean...
Okay, let's not then. Yeah.
Yeah. So, do we just camp?
Yeah.
But
And let Grice heal. Oh no, we need checks,
God.
right?
Like, I don't
I
have
have
any
2
checks.
checks.
You have checks.
I used my Born of Earthstone and Jaded for my rolls last time.
Yeah, but you don't get checks from
You don't get checks for using them for.
Hmm.
You only get checks against.
so that's why you got all those.
Oh, the
checks.
check is also. Right, sorry, confused.
Oh,
Check was
okay,
also
so-
because you can use it only once.
We have healer supplies. Yes?
Yes.
Is that gives us a die bonus or a success, or what does that do?
And now a die bonus probably like magic supplies if you're casting.
Exactly. If you want to consume the supplies, you can invoke them into a healer test to try to recover something.
Yeah.
But that would,
But
because you're not
I
in
don't-
camp, this would cost a thing of grind as you take your time.
Yeah.
So-
And what would it mean if we tried to heal Grice with a healer test using those supplies, and we failed?
Beginner's luck is will.
Yeah.
Well,
It could be bad.
What happens is my health, my nature, or a health related skill will drop by 1.
All right. Okay. no, that's-
Essentially, it's a suck it up maneuver.
So it's not that we can use it and you'll cure your injury, but something happens.
Is there actually no
Like-
way
like-
to heal yourself?
But we have a poultice. No, but I'm serious. We have a poultice that Arendelle gave back to Grice for injured.
Yeah.
We can use beginner's luck.
The poultice for injured won't help. That's for recovery. For
Yeah.
healing, which is treatment. I can do it myself. I won't pass it at the moment because of having exhausted
penalty.
and injured.
Healing a sick person, so using the healer skill to heal someone who is injured is an OB 3 healer test.
Yeah.
Okay, so-
and the beginner's luck test, and my will is 5, so that gives us
You do round up. You get 3 dice.
3 dice plus the healer supplies, 4 dice for and then two
Yeah,
people
you'll get
helping makes
5
6
dice.
of
No, because
3.
you half the help, so you'll get 5 dice. It's actually pretty good odds.
Yeah, let's try.
But
And
yeah,
you
the
got
thing
fate and
is,
stuff, right?
I have Persona and Fate.
Yeah, let's
You know
go
what?
for it. Come on. Gilly.
So Gilly's
Gilly,
like,
Gilly.
Christ, you need to shut up and lie down and let us deal with this. Shakes off his backpack. Says he grabs the cloak out of the backpack and makes a little pillow for your head, using it. He says, "All right, we've got these healer supplies, guys. Deckard, Arendelle, come here. We're gonna help Christ."
I guess Decker was standing a little bit away all this time, just reveling. So he just looks around, sweat dripping off his brow, going, huh? What? Helping?
Gilly, you know how to do this. You are a cook. You know how to skin animals. You have some knowledge of anatomy.
That's
But-
not how it works. Look,
That's not how it works. I know. I
As
know.
they're like
I'm just-
taking off your clothes, Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your protest.
Right.
That's wait.
Now,
I know, Gilly. Look, Bryce, we're going to help you. Look, Gilly, this is how we do it. This is how you do it like an elf. And I teach Gilly something about elven healing. I tell him a bit about elven healing herbs and stuff. That we can find. There's some stuff in the healing supplies. Here, use these healing. Use these herbs. Not those. Those are bad.
Yeah.
Blue ones. No. Don't use the blue ones right now. Use the green ones. Use the
And-
green leaves.
How are you?
Alright.
Cool. And how are you helping Deckard?
Elven lore, by the way, wise.
Yeah.
Thinking because we're Are we curing the injured condition? Are we trying that? Oh no, wait. We need to cure exhausted
No, he's
first.
injured.
Oh
I
yeah,
know.
this is
No, he's just
heal.
injured and sick.
Gilly
In
says,
that case,
Or
I'm
exhausted.
imagining
Hold him down.
this is gonna hurt. So yeah, exactly. This is gonna hurt. We know this is gonna hurt. So Decker just pushes him down. Just uses his weight to keep him down there. Just, sticks like instead of being sensible and sticking just a little bit of wood in there, he just sticks his arm into his mouth and go like, "Bite down."
So
Jesus.
what are you using? Fighter?
No, you have to help. No, you'll be
laborer.
helping. Yeah.
But yeah, so
But
technically I just help.
You can just help with will. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
exactly.
Yeah.
Gilly doesn't have
Ah.
it.
So it's the
Yeah, so
supply.
that's right.
You're like looking at
it.
his face, like look at me, like look at me while
Deckard?
this is happening, right?
Just
Yeah.
focus.
Yeah.
Focus.
Yeah. All
I
right.
am going to spend a persona to add my nature to this.
Can Grice help himself?
Yeah, absolutely. Grice is basically instructing you. He's like, no, pointing to the thing,
okay.
like
Let's
holding
face
it
it.
together.
So you guys are all gonna help. Gilly's leading this action here, as you guys are all kind of helping him, and we're trying to all heal Grace
So that's
together.
4 dice. So it's the supplies and 3 help dice.
No, it's more dice than that because you have 3 people helping you.
Yeah,
you
that
have
makes it
you have
4,
4
right?
dice of like extraneous help. Yes,
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay.
unless
so
you
I'm gonna,
are you adding a you want to use a trait for yourself or anything like that as well?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to now. I'm at that input screen. So I'm spending a persona, which I now currently have 12 of. That's not right. It should be
If
1.
you're if you're
add
spending
my
persona
nature.
to add nature, I think that like that goes later, right?
Yeah. And my nature descriptor is merrymaking, and that's the closest thing. But that's
No.
not gonna. That's
No,
not gonna
this is
cut it.
not in your nature.
Exactly. So I'm gonna.
So this is going to tax your
tax it.
nature.
Yeah, that's fine. And I want to use adventurous for myself because I've never done this before, but this guy needs healing now, so we're just gonna do it.
Yeah.
Let's give it a try.
Yeah.
So might as well try. Here we go. And do I want to use anything against myself?
Go ahead.
You can only use the trait.
Oh, I
for-
can. Yeah, I can't. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So go ahead and make the roll.
Yeah, all right.
That's a lot of dice you're rolling. This is an Ob 3 test.
All right, there we go.
Just got it. Awesome. You rolled 8 dice. So out of your 8 die pool, you had to get 3 successes. You just get it. Yeah. Okay. So Grace, you're no longer injured. What does that look like?
Well, I think there is a really ugly bit of stitching. Like the wound has been padded with moss and with the various unguents and ointments that were in the healer's supplies. And there is Gilly's perhaps inexpert stitching.
No. Very expert stitching. I know how to stuff a chicken and then just tie it back up again and make it look perfect. This is this is something I do.
All right. Okay. So really like finely bound, not like any doctor you've ever seen, wound on his stomach, but the bleeding has stopped, and with any luck, he'll recover.
Yeah.
And I think eventually, like, he takes Deckhart's arm out of his mouth, and there are like these deep teeth marks, including the couple of gaps that he's got. He's missing a couple of teeth, so there's like tooth gap, tooth gap.
So now Deckard is injured? No.
No, that's the twist, right?
It heals him. Just no.
Thank you. I feel 1,000 times better. Perhaps we shall not all perish here.
Of course we won't.
Well, let's just see about that.
I could sleep for
Right.
a week.
You all up? We need to get moving. There's the door.
Yeah.
Right, let's do it. And he pulls on his cloak, pulls on his robes, and like reanoints his forehead with the mark of the world tree, from the sap from his robes.
That's the spirit, Grice. That's how we'd like to see you.
Nice.
You see, of course, the World Tree hasn't left you.
With me always. And you. And I think...
Oh.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Decker sort of strides up to the doorway to the next room, and just tries to get a good listen in. Just basically, try to find out, is there any more? Because somebody will have heard this slaughter.
Yeah. Okay. So that'd be like a scout test. Yeah. Go ahead and give me 2. I think difficulty here would be 2. This is no longer an instinct, though, right?
Nope, it no longer is.
Okay.
That's a bit of a downer.
We're gonna hit the grind.
You're gonna hit the
this.
grind. Grice's torch goes out after this. After this thing happens and that triggers. So.
Let's see whether we're going to.
So
How about this?
You put the.
I want to use jaded against myself, my trait, basically because he's hardly paying attention. He just wants to get on with it. So while he's thinking out, okay, I'm going to go down these steps, I'm going to go there, I'm just going to smash on it, and he's sort of like listening, like, yeah, check, and sort of going through the motions rather than actually listening.
Okay.
So I'm using jaded against myself, and I don't think I can sensibly use anything else against myself.
You can only use one against yourself anyway.
Here's the thing I'm wondering. Just literally a mechanical question here. We have that help trade suppliers. Can I put in -1 there? Does that functionally work?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. All right. -1 for that. I'm assuming is nobody called out for help or etc.
No, not here.
What are we doing?
Deckard runs up, or at least strides up to the door and wants to scout ahead, just to see what we can expect.
No,
but he's not really paying attention to while scouting.
All right, seems like a great idea.
This is going to be great. Right, I'm rolling this. What odd?
I love how you barely even give us.
Nobody's helping you. Nobody's helping you. So.
Well, he barely even gave us any opportunity to offer help or anything.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like he was going to take it anyways.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Yeah. The grind kicks in.
That clearly worked.
After this. Okay. So that's not good. What are you currently conditioned with?
I'm conditioned with sick.
So you're currently sick, but you're not hungry and thirsty and exhausted. Okay.
Oh, I thought you said so. You're now hungry and thirsty and exhausted.
No. Okay. I think this is what's gonna happen. You go up to this door, right? And you're not really paying attention so much. You see a vein. You can't get any information based on the door because you end up getting distracted. You see a vein in the wall here in this room. It's like this thin little strip of not like mithril. It's something different. And you as a dwarf, you know this, and you start thinking about it and knowing its value. It's a material that I'm not sure what dwarves would call it, but in the human tongue and stuff, it's called nephelium. It's like clear iron. So like it gives the appearance like you make like a transparent like battle axe and that kind of stuff. Like anything you make out of iron is valuable. Man. But while you do that though, you don't see it when it happens. But a small little there's a rat in this corner. And it's not like any other rat you've ever seen. It's got weird like bark pustules and stuff on it, and it ends up biting you as it scurries by as you're distracted. So I need you to make an ob test here, and this is a consequence of failing this roll.
So but the rats
that's a twist. This
Constitution.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, so this is going to be a 3 health test.
Oh, sorry. What roll were you asking for?
So you're
presumably.
Sorry?
Yeah, it's
They
health.
also
I'm sorry, it's
get
health.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, everyone keeps talking through each other, so
Health.
health.
help. Thank you. Okay, and ob 3, you said.
Yes.
Hmm. Can I run? Yeah, no. Ob 3. Let's do this. Oh yeah. Dwarven
Fucking
hell.
easy mode. Yeah.
Did you
It
subtract the
gnaws.
sickness?
Did you? Yeah.
Hold on.
Well, I think subtracting it for being sick that wouldn't matter at this point.
Skills, nature, will, and health, but not. Oh wait, nope, no. -1d to health.
It doesn't matter with your
Okay.
current die roll. It doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, that works. Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Well, it
We
would
won't
tie.
make you re-roll. All right.
It
Should
doesn't
you?
matter.
Wait, no. It should matter though, right?
Yep.
Could be a
Technically,
success that you lost.
No.
Yes.
Um.
It's not
It
how
wouldn't
statistics
affect
works,
Even if it
Paolo.
was a success, it wouldn't matter, right?
Yeah. Any die you would remove, it wouldn't matter. So it wouldn't change the outcome of the test. So that's fair. So you know, I wouldn't ask for a reroll because it doesn't matter in that regard. You're right. So yeah, no. So it ends up bite like this diseased rat. Tries to like bite into your like chainmail or something like that and can't get through as it tries to like because you're basically imposing itself between itself and the door. So it like wants it like tries to bite you as it like then like goes between your legs and squeezes itself through the underneath the wall the door
Does
like through the
Deckard
cracks.
not just crush it with his boot?
He was distracted by the Nephilium.
It would be very Deckard-ish though. Let's just go.
So now there's this rat squeaking that went through the other side of that wall. Or a door, excuse me.
What do you
Alright,
see, Deckard?
Let me just make sure to mark that health. There we go. Deckard's just basically sort of staring off into something.
What do you see? Grice holds the torch up as it gutters out.
Is this another? So you're lighting another torch,
If Gilly gives me one, I don't have any more torches.
right?
Gilly, you're muted.
I'm sorry. Gilly has one at the ready. He just instantly hands you one the moment the other one goes out.
Just like reaching down and behind him, and there's another torch there. Like,
Ready to go. Nice. Yeah.
Dexter's. Just thought I saw some. We need to come back here with miners.
what's through the door?
The door. Didn't hear anything. It should be clear. It's clear. Should be clear.
Yeah. Right. It should be fine.
So go ahead then, Deckard.
I'm right
Take the
behind you.
lead.
Okay. Push open that door. Walk on in.
Nice. Okay.
Focus.
Let me just mark where you are on the map so I have it on my own side here.
I mean, let's face it, this is a man just literally smeared with blood, just sweat dripping down his brow, just sort of half feverish.
All right. So you guys open this door and wait a second. Are we live or are we offline?
Did it
We are
crash?
live.
It didn't crash, did it?
Watching the
Twitch is
stream
having
right
some
now.
issues, so I'm trying to monitor that. Nodules of luminescent fungus hang from the ceilings and walls and grow in clumps upon the flagged floor. The vaguely nauseous violet lavender light illuminates portions of this grand what's it called? Is it bas relief? Is that how you pronounce it? Or is it bas
Yes.
relief?
No, ba.
Bas.
Oh, really?
Bas relief carvings on the stone walls that aren't covered by this dank fungus. These carvings all consist of dragons raining like fire and pillaging terrified humans, elves, dwarves, and other kinds. But like leading up to the fungus and stuff like that is just like piles of soil and compost that cover the floor here. You can see in like patches of this compost varieties of believe it or not, grass from like switchgrass and stuff like that above ground is growing down below ground here. As well as you see like a bench put up to one side with some like shovels, hose, a scythe, gardening things.
Okay.
So in this room, so like this is like a very long. I guess the best way of describing it would be like a gallery area. You see there's a door on either side of this hallway here. There's 2 doors. Other than that, it's completely quiet. You don't know which way that little rat went, but yeah, there's a door going north and south from where you're at.
So
So the
Deckard,
2 doors either side or straight forward.
Oh, either side of you. So like imagine you entered like a T intersection.
Okay, so off into the distance, then. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. That's incorrect of me. There's 3 doors in this room. There's one north, north, east, and south of you. If you came in the west way, there's one north of you, one across the room from you, and then one to the south of you.
okay.
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 So
It's like
so
cross-
Deckard,
He's trying to
there's piles of compost here. You should feel right at home.
What are you saying? I smell like shit? Is that what you're saying?
No, but I saw you jump into a pile of shit earlier.
So what are you trying to say?
Well, go ahead.
What? How would you jump in?
Hmm?
How would you jump in, huh?
Well, you seem to feel quite at home there. I don't know.
Listen, we're wasting time, man. We're wasting time. Come on.
This isn't right. Spoke the gardener, thou shalt not plant for thyself any grove or any tree in trespass, for it bringeth guiltiness and sin upon us all. This is not right.
Yeah, it's definitely
Yeah.
not right because
This is-
because somehow this like up above ground ending up underground.
This would be abominable to Grice. Like if this is clear work of the Undertree, where like growing things underground and twisting things this way is definitely part of the Undertree's MO.
So do these compost heaps, do they have like a specific shape or something, or like are they like
Oh
are they
yeah, no, they're
random,
definitely
or-
they definitely go into like mounds, like they're like trying to feed parts. So like where the grasses and things grow, or definitely at sort of like the apexes of these mounds, right? They're very much like at the very top parts of this, like it's fostering these growing things, and you can see that the mounds are
Yeah.
very like deliberately put near the closest like brightest lights and stuff like that. Like this is a deliberate growing operation. This isn't just like random. This is the act of careful care and planning.
So do they look like, they don't look like graves or anything?
They kind of do look like graves because of like their shape and their form, and how there's like evenly spaced around. Like
Yeah.
it's this is like a planned garden.
Right. Hey,
Friends,
my first inclination is to
But,
actually to try
The
and
the
dig
mounds
up-
don't look like there's bodies underneath it. I want to be clear, like they're not that big,
Okay.
but it gives you the appearance and illusion that they're lightly buried bodies because of the way that they're evenly spaced.
Right. Okay.
friends, we have work to do here. There's
Um,
no question of it.
And
This must
that
be put to
being
the fire. These mounds must be broken up.
You guys are hungry and thirsty, by the way. I don't think I actually ever
Oh,
declared
yeah.
that because of the grind,
Yeah, yeah.
because of the grind trigger last turn. So there you
Yeah.
go.
yeah. So Grice, this
Take
is
tools.
all living grass and stuff. This is not gonna burn easily.
It will burn. It must burn.
But
Fault
wait,
planting must be burned. Redwood 2610.
Grice, I know you want to burn this, but we have our mission.
This is important, Erendel.
I realize that, but we're getting close here. You see all these dragon carvings and stuff. We're getting close to where we're going. We need to confront this dragon if it's here, or at least find the adventurers.
And I think
What we
Grice
need to do is follow the tracks.
Grice is holding, like, he's found. You said there were tools, scythes, and hoes and things, Eric.
Yeah.
Hose and
Yeah. So I think he's got he's got a rake, and he's holding one out to Arundel, like a shovel or a rake or something like that. He's holding one out, and he's like, "If you're not going to help me, at least wait for me."
I'm not saying I'm not going to help you, but first we should should learn before we start digging up stuff. We should have a look and see if we can see any tracks. If these where there's multiple exits here. We need to check where we need to go.
Look, he
Yeah.
speaks.
This is. Are you trying to invoke your instinct for a second there?
Yes.
Totally. Okay. Give us a free scout test here.
Yes.
This would be Ob 1.
Roll. What is my scout? My scout is 2. Can I use my? No, I can't use a wise, of course. No, I'm just gonna do it like this.
I can help. In fact,
No, it's
I
an
am.
instinct.
It's my
It's an
instinct to help. Is
Oh,
my
it's his
instinct
instinct to
yeah.
help. So normally you can't help, guys. If this is your first time watching Torchbearer, normally you can't help with instincts because instincts are kind of like a macro that your character just does automatically. The advantage to that is that it doesn't cost you a turn on the grind countdown to gain conditions and stuff like that. But since we just recently changed our instincts and stuff like that, Deckard has the ability of his instinct of being helping people who are acting on their instincts, basically. So now he can help people who are acting on instinct, especially regarding physical things like scouting. So
How are you helping?
So I guess in this case, depending on whether they narratively allow it, because I want Deckard to be completely forged, basically just sort of, either grab the torch or sort of maneuver you closer to Marindel, whoever's, I think Grice was holding the torch.
Grice holds the torch, and yeah.
So either just grabbing the torch if you let him, or just maneuvering you closer, like, come on, we need to look for the clues. Come on, we need to push on.
Yeah.
And just trying to make the light.
Would Deckard be more interested in finding clues about where the monsters would be, or actually the heroes, the people who came before you?
Oh, the people in this case, because
Okay.
what he's looking for is his adversary, who is in there somewhere with those heroes.
Yep. Okay. Don't worry, they're here somewhere.
Up 1.
Nice.
There we go.
Cool. Yeah. So it definitely looks like the most of the activity is going towards this northmost door. That seems to be like where most of the activity is. However, there's certainly some trails going down to the south part of this room. But they look like bugbear footprints, like larger than normal human size.
Okay.
So to the north is where we find the human footprints. Huh?
Yeah,
I think so,
you see
Deckard. I think
bugbear,
so.
human, goblin, rat, like a lot. Basically, imagine there's so much activity near the front of that north door that like the compost and stuff is like moved away, and then like everywhere else you see kind of like the indentations of like footprints, that lesser worn paths going down to this the south and west. There's hardly any footprints going to the west door, or east door. I'm sorry, I should be saying east. To the easternmost door. That one seems to be almost ignored.
It's tempting.
So
You have a
I
full.
think
You have a full 4 turns to the next grind. You have some time. What do you guys want to do?
well, while they're scouting, I think Grice, like, he's not going to wait. This is really important to him. It's not his instinct, but it's pretty core to his beliefs. I think he's gonna break up what mounds of earth there are here. He's gonna go back into the area where the brewery was, grab some of that spirit, pour it on there, and set it ablaze. He's gonna burn this. He's gonna scatter the ashes, and if he had any damn salt, he would salt the earth, because this is abominable. This is like total sacrilege.
I think Gilly knows a lot about that.
All right. I don't think that requires a.
Some salt in my fresh rations.
So here's the thing. I don't think that costs a check. Like I don't think that requires a check to do these things. But I feel like that would take time. So I'm not sure if that would actually trigger a round on the grind. I feel like it would to do
If
that.
it's not a test, it doesn't take time.
Well, but he can't
Okay.
help. While he's doing this, he can't help us with whatever we're doing. Basically.
I think the grind isn't so much time focused as it is sort of, exhaustion focused. And in this case, if it doesn't exhaust you to walk by and just set fire to some stuff, well, it takes time, but not effort.
Okay. Well, I think then there's a risk here. I can definitely see there's a risk of doing this.
This is where the disconnect between the mechanics of the game and what happens in the fiction
No, I think this is just me being a bad GM at Torchbearer. I think what this would be then this should be a test.
We're all just figuring it out.
This should be a test because there's a chance of failure here, and this would probably just be either like a laborer test or a peasant test, to like dig all these things up.
All right. What about? I'll make it right now.
Or do you want to do it like theologian because you're doing this in a like the religious ritualistic way?
Could be ritualist.
Yeah.
I'd see that. This is definitely a ritual act.
Yeah.
I suppose. Okay.
Do an ob one. Just do an ob one. I think doing that would then, if we're agreeing we're going forward with this, then yeah, it's probably an ob one ritual test.
Can I help him out with trap-wise, making sure that whatever he scatters is not trapped in any way?
Yeah, of course.
I do so.
In that case, I wanted to help out his deck, basically sort of wanting to move forward, seeing that this is something that's going to be happening, just sort of sighing and rockily going, fine, okay, let's do this, and helping out basically with labor, helping to dig things up, spread them around, sort of try and do the manual labor part of it.
I think Descartes starts to help, but Grice has a very particular order about how things have to be done, right? Like, no. You're ruining it. That would be unholy. Stand back. It's not.
Deckard would definitely just roughly be doing
because you wanted to be meticulous about this, because you wanted to. This should take some time. Is why this should be a test.
Yeah, it's not that I wouldn't accept your help as a character. I probably would, but it's also I'm aware that it's a ritualist test.
No, it works perfectly because that is exactly. Deckard would just be grabbing a shovel.
It's like, oh, you're breaking this stuff up. Okay, I can do that. And it's like, no. Wait.
Make a suggestion though. Accept the help and then use zealous against yourself.
Oh, I'm going to use zealous against myself anyway.
All right, okay.
But I'm also can I use the liquor from this goblin brewery
as supplies? Yeah. That sounds good. I like that.
Okay. So I think Grice is acting under the conviction of his faith, and as a result, he's not being as attentive of his surroundings as perhaps he would be or he should be underground in a dangerous situation. So is that enough to use zealous against myself?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, you're far more focused on this than other things. Definitely.
So +1 die for the supplies, +1 for the was it wise?
Trap wise.
For trap wise.
I'll take that +1 and then -1 for zealous. So
yeah,
net +1. And you said it was ob
1.
Okay, so because I'm exhausted, it's ob 2.
Easy.
Crushing it.
Not a problem.
Yep. So, all right, the grind goes down, torch goes down to 1. Grind still at 3. Okay, so you guys take some time here to go ahead and scatter the remains and what do you call it? The
ashes.
The ashes, yeah, and stuff. You basically just fuck up this growing operation in this room here.
That's better.
Would you say it's consecrated now, or would you just say it's no longer desecrated?
No, to consecrate it properly, we need a boatload of salt.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
You don't have needs a boatload of salt, wise.
An old priest, a young priest, and a new shoot. Yeah. It's not consecrated.
While
But
you guys
yeah.
are doing this, I think you might you spend a little bit more time looking around at these relief drawings a little bit, and if you weren't so focused on this ritual, it could almost feel like they're trying to like escape the relief painting and like come out to life. They kind of have that impression, like they're trying to escape the dragon's wrath. It's kind of disturbing.
Or?
No, it's just being in this room a little bit. It gives you that kind of feeling.
Creepy as hell.
Yeah.
Roll for sanity.
I mean, it doesn't cost you. No, it doesn't do anything to you guys. It doesn't. It's just that's a thing.
Are these carvings the same as the one that I found? I don't know. Was it upstairs, downstairs, the other room with the dire rats?
Oh, this is I know what you're talking about. Near the that was technically upstairs, ground level, I think is the correct term, right? You're at sub level 1, I think.
Okay.
And,
yeah.
no, you guys are it looks in the vague yeah, the same person who carved that would carve this, but this is far more detailed. Like this is like a very important hallway, right? Like someone spent a lot of time to design this relief on this wall here.
And is it like ancient or more recent? Is it covered in
ancient? No, this
dust,
this is ancient. It looks somewhat eroded. Like I said, like a lot of it is covered with violet moss that grows, and like the bottom parts are like really like dirty, where like compost is like hit up to it and stuff like that. No, it's covered in dirt and grime, but the parts that are still clear and can still be seen, it's various red dragons raining fiery death on people and villages and humanoid settlements of goblins, halflings, humans. It doesn't matter. Just dragons just wrecking shit.
Okay, so guys, we have 3 options. One is the door. One is to the north, where everyone is going. 2 to the south, where bugbear tracks are going. Or the third one is the door where almost no tracks are going. I'm really interested in seeing what is behind door number 3 to the east.
Who cares about that? Our mission is over there. Our mission is there where the human tracks are. It's clear. It's only one option for us.
Yes, but there's dragon carvings everywhere.
Good. Let's avoid those.
Yes, so they probably took the humans to the dragon, so maybe we can find some supplies or something that's usable to the east, in the east and behind door number east.
Yeah, I've got all I need to use right here. Just flicking his
I know you do, but some of the others might be able to use some more equipment.
It wouldn't hurt us to find a place we could fall back to.
Exactly.
Somewhere we can defend easily.
Exactly. This is like Goblin Bugbear Highway we're in now. So if we go to the eastern door, there's a good chance that we won't be found there if we want to make camp.
What do you think, Gilly?
I really don't care, guys.
And I think Grice looks like a little bit dejected. Like he's...
I'm sorry.
Arundel takes a sip of his wine to get rid of his hungry thirsty, and also offers the rest to Gilly. Like, Gilly, come on, here, have a drink.
Oh,
We can do this. We need you to. You've kept us together before. Please, we need your optimism.
One thing I've learned in my time at the World Tree is that strong branches need many leaves if they're to prosper. We can't do this alone.
I'm not saying you're doing it alone. I'm just saying I don't care. If we go that way or that way, it doesn't really matter. We're going to die anyway. So
Are you going to
That's
take the
good
drink?
point.
Are you going to accept the drink?
All paths lead to our grave. Oh god.
No, I think he accepts the drink simply because it's food and he's a halfling, right?
Even on death's door, you accept food and drink always.
As a gang.
Yeah.
Although I don't think it cures me of the hungry and thirsty, right? Because it only has one
You
charge.
only
In it.
have one. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's more flavor-wise.
No.
but yeah.
Wine has two charges.
Does
Does?
I think so.
And if it's in a bottle, it'll have two. If it's
Yeah.
in a skin.
Yeah, it's in a bottle. It's in a bottle.
Skins
Oh.
1, bottle. Yeah, skin
Yes.
1, bottle 2, jug 3 is the easy way to
Yeah,
remember
okay.
it.
Sure. Yeah.
Leave it to an elf to have like a bottle of wine and go like, ah.
Hey, how's Aaron? We have some wine for that.
Yeah, that's right.
Put on your smoking jackets, guys. I'm gonna be here a while.
Nutmeg?
All right. Are you gonna
No,
go?
he takes it and he drinks it like someone who is
Needs
parched
to forget.
and doesn't really care whatever's in the bottle. He's like, look, and there's probably some like a little dribble of wine coming from at the corner of his mouth.
Oh.
And he hands back the empty bottle.
I see numbers. I see rolling going on.
Let's do something before Eric
Let's
gets
quickly go to the eastern door before something happens.
Grice takes a sip of his water skin.
Okay.
Fine.
So you guys are going to
This
the
is gonna go badly.
you're going to the room that did not have a lot of activity in it, correct? Just to make sure I'm following.
Yeah,
along
we're
right.
going to the
The
door less
eastern door?
traveled.
Okay, cool.
The room everybody was avoiding smartly, cleverly.
All right. Luminescent mists blur the edges of this octagonal chamber. You guys open the door, and this is what you see. Nodules of glowing fungus dot both the stone walls and ceiling here, as well as caps of toadstools and mushrooms and small polyps, puffballs, lichens, and less identifiable growths. The humid air reeks with rot in this room. Additionally, covering like the entire floor, you see like in the compost there looks to be like old books and tomes that are kind of like being eaten by this lichen and this bright yellow fungus.
Okay.
Like when you open the door, and like you release some of the air, like the fungus kind of ripples on the floor. This bright yellow fungus.
Eugh.
It's gonna go
Okay.
well.
It ripples as in it like there's movement.
Yeah, like it reacted to the change in air.
Okay.
Oh, like we open it, the sort of the air, the sickly air whooshes out, and the fungus sort of waves, or is it literally?
Yeah, no, it waves. That's right.
Okay.
I've seen a fridge like that in my student days.
So
Back
shall
when you
we?
were-
I think Eric. I think someone badly wants a break. So maybe after the break we can decide what to do.
Yeah, that makes sense. We are right at the break, so we can do that. Let's go to our first break because we're at our hour thing, and then we'll go back, and then we'll figure out if you guys want to figure out what's underneath this fungus or not. So we'll be back in 5 minutes.
Yay.